Fiction. It can inspire us to do many things, but the most important part is the characters. The characters can either make or break a story. We look at those characters and we think, wow, I want to be just like that person. This fictional character, or even not a fictional character. Regardless, they inspire us, these characters. The good guys that do good things, the bad guys that do bad things. But there comes a level where you show your devotion to these characters, such as, I don't know, I buy a Darth Maul lightsaber because I like Darth Maul. Swish, swish, swoosh, swoosh. Or I can spend thousands of dollars on a 1998. I don't know. I forgot when what's the movie called? Phantom Menace comes out. When it came out, I can buy a Darth Maul replica lightsaber. That was a one-on-one. It was a prop. It cost like $50,000, and I'm all like, I must have it because I am the number one Darth Maul fanboy. There is levels of devotion to characters, and there is a reason why people spend money on these characters. Is because they hit home. They resonate with them in some shape or form, villain or hero. But when do you ask yourself, is it too far? How much money do you spend to the point where you're all like, maybe I spend only I don't know, a house amount on my rent money for this one specific character, this anime Dakimora anime girl pillow. Oh, I don't know, thousands of dollars to meet this one specific character, like a role player, cosplayer. People do that for jobs and all that. This woman, this lady, went above and beyond. She showed her obsession, her devotion to this one character. And this character is none other than, drumroll please, Peter Pan. That's right, the green spandex wearing child character. Peter Pan. I can't say there's a lot of fans that I would know of Peter Pan. He's a little bit on the down low, I guess. He hasn't gotten a lot of stuff recently. But this lady is absolutely obsessed with him. How obsessed, you may ask? She, for almost 9 to 10 years around there, has gone to Disneyland to meet multiple Peter Pan cosplayers. When you go to Disneyland, you can see characters based off Disney movies, like the one guy, Gustav, yeah. People really love that one guy, the one that was doing push-up challenges with people that could try to beat him. He's pretty much an Avengers level threat if you haven't seen him. He's really charming. He really plays the character really well. These Disney people, the people they hire to play these characters, they do really well. They get into character and all that, and they do it pretty well. But this woman said, I like that. I like that very much. So she keeps going to Disneyland over and over, which probably is not good for the wallet. I couldn't even imagine. Like, Disneyland is pretty expensive. If you're not buying food, God forbid you buy a full course meal in Disneyland, your savings will go just like the GameStop marketplace. It's gonna go pretty low. But she doesn't care. How she got all this money, who knows? But she really loves Peter Pan to the point where she will keep going to Disneyland over and over to meet Peter Pan workers, role player, cosplayers, and talk to them. But it seems like it's stirred up a little bit because it seems like they're a little bit uncomfortable. She kind of makes them uncomfortable. She doesn't really get the memo that it's more of a, hey, what's up, Peter Pan? Hey, yo, Peter Pan, take a picture. All right, see you later, Peter Pan. Have a good one, Peter Pan. She keeps trying to talk to them.
The internet has found its latest main character, and it's a woman who really loves Peter Pan.
Whoa, it's just like you. It looks like you. Oh, yeah.
TikToker Tony has spent over a decade visiting Disneyland's Peter Pan performers, bringing handmade gifts and documenting the encounters. One recent video of her giving a performer a crocheted toy blew up to over 20 million views, and viewers immediately started calling the interactions uncomfortable, even Stalker-like.
What else do you like besides leaves? Ducks.
But here's the thing, none of the performers actually featured in her videos have publicly accused her of harassment. Viral claims that Tony got a lifetime ban or that she planted a tracker in the gift she gave the performer have both been debunked as false. So this has become less about Peter Pan and more about how fast an internet pile on can spiral past the actual facts.
So, by all intents and purposes, you could say she is indeed a Disney adult. If you don't know what a Disney adult is, it is a very, very weird section of people where they are very obsessed with Disney characters to the point where they will spend thousands to hundreds of dollars trying to meet their characters, buy their merchandise. And it reminds you of that Me Canyon video, though, if you've seen it. It's like Melvin or something, his OC character, where he like dates a Disney adult, and she has like the super bright white teeth and the big grin smiles. And I'm not gonna lie, they usually all have those big white grin smiles. It's like if you ever want to spot a Disney adult, that's how you know. They always have those big white clean smiles, and good for them. But regardless, it's like, Target acquired a Disney adult, and there's nothing wrong with liking the characters that you like, wasting thousands of dollars. There has been tons of cases with a bunch of people that like to spend that much money for the characters they like. People like their characters, but you really gotta ask, Peter Pan, no hate to the Peter Pan fans, but how much is she spending to meet this Peter Pan? And there's multiple Peter Pans. There are multiple videos of her meeting Peter Pan, interacting with them. And of course, they have to be nice. It's their job. But it seems like claims are being thrown around that she is harassing them, like she's stalking them, she won't leave them alone. And they're just claims because obviously she hasn't been banned. She's allowed to go back in. So, and it seems like the guys, they might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's kind of their job to, talk to people with that, like that. I doubt she's like the only one. So they handle it professionally well. They do a good job doing that. I don't think she should be banned for liking a character. She's not like rubbing her hands all over their face, licking their boots, hailing Peter Pan as a god in a pedestal, like, oh, please, Peter Pan, spit in my drink, or something along those lines. There is no crime in, liking a character. Now, I saw the other debate where, oh, if this was gender reversed, it would be awful. And yeah, it kind of would be awful. I don't know. Some dude chasing over what's a good female Disney character? I don't know, Ariel. He's literally like hugging, playing with her. It would be a different story, I guess. He'd be all like, "Oh, Ariel, I've wasted thousands, hundreds, almost. You don't want to know how much money I've wasted on you, Ariel. Can I get a picture? Can you rub my hands and tell me everything's gonna be all right under the sea? What's this? A fork?" Regardless, you could make that point, the whole reverse card, but you really gotta ask, like, when is it too much? When is it too little? Like, if I'm going to meet a character, if I'm going to, I don't know, a convention, I see a 2B cosplay, I'm all like, can I get a picture with you? And she's all like, sure. I'd be like, all right, thanks. Take the picture. That's it. It's a one and done, a nice handshake. Bye bye. I'll never see you in my whole life again, unfortunately. So, when is it too far for a guest greeting? When, if you keep going back over and over to meet this person, is it too personal? I'm kind of wondering that myself. Some would say yes, probably more on that latter, but it seems like she's not really doing any harm at all. She's not obsessive or anything. Well, she is obsessive, that's for sure, but she's not like physically touching them uncomfortably without their permission or anything. Otherwise, she probably would have gotten banned by now. But it's a very weird, touchy subject. Like, is she stalking them? Should they like ban her or something? As far as I know, she hasn't done anything else other than that, just wanting to meet Peter Pan cosplayers, workers, and all that. She is a TikToker by the name of Baby Tony at 99, I believe. That's where she posted most of her green adventures, as she would like to describe it, with Peter Pan. So if you want to watch the full Peter Pan saga, I don't know why I put an R in there. I almost said the hard R for some reason for Peter Pan. You can decide for yourself if it's too much. Her obsession, her stalkering, is it too much? Should she be banned forever away from Neverland with you? Is she like the, I forgot the name of the pirate villain, the main villain of Peter Pan? Is she like Crook? Was that his name? The guy with the anchor hand? I don't know. But regardless, personally, I think it might be a little bit too much, but if the workers are not, they have to stay in character, of course, but if it was too much for them, they'd be all like, all right, you stop it. Stop before I get out my magical dagger on you. But it seems like there hasn't been an instance with that at all, so very touchy subject. When it's too much, she's paying to meet those characters and all. It's her jobs, but when is too much, too much? I know I'm repeating that, but it's a very touchy subject. If they wanted her to stop, if they she would have been banned, and they would have told her no. But it seems like that has not happened yet. We shall see if it's too much. But other than that, that's about it. Weird Peter Pan stalker. Out of all the characters, it's Peter Pan. You know, anybody can like anybody, but Peter Pan. Anyway, I think that's about it. Take care.